There we go. Maddie, we remembered to record for you. All right, you guys, good Monday morning. It is November 9th. I wanted to show you our calendar. Where's he going, Wyatt?
Oregon.
Oh, for what?
To go hunt.
All right. I made an official calendar for us to try to keep our brains organized for the next couple of weeks because, like we talked about, our schedule's a little nutso. So, we have done all of these days of November already. Check, 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 check. 6, check, 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 check. Okay, so today is the 9th. I'm gonna see if I can get Elmo to focus for you guys. Come on, little buddy. There you go. You got it. You got it. Okay, so today is Monday the 9th. We've got Zoom like normal, regular school. We're all used to doing this. Daniel, good morning, buddy. Tomorrow, Zoom like normal. Nothing changed. Wednesday is Veterans Day, and as we talked about, that means there's no school on Wednesday, which is a little weird, but that means today is Monday and tomorrow is Friday, which is kind of fun. So we have Wednesday off this week. No school Wednesday. On Thursday, we have regular old Zoom, just like normal. On Friday, we have regular old Zoom, just like normal. Then this next week is almost flip-flopped. This week, we have no school Wednesday. Next week, the only day we have school is Wednesday. Okay, remember this weird thing that's going on, remember? Yes, thumbs up, head nods. I know what you're talking about, Miss Tyner. I'm good, okay? So on Monday, the 16th, if you are in cohort A, and your last name starts with A through L, you have your orientation at 9 o'clock. On Tuesday, you are in cohort A, and your last name starts with M through Z, you have your orientation at 9 o'clock. If you're in cohort B, A through L is on Thursday. And if you're B, M through Z, that's on Friday. Okay, I'm going to show you a list so you'll know which day you're supposed to come. Okay. Then after we do our little orientation, it's going to be 1 hour. It's 1 hour in the classroom in real life with our masks on, talking about how we're going to do all this. It's kind of exciting. The next week, we've got Thanksgiving break. We get a whole week away to celebrate turkeys. Good morning, Jose. And then the following week, we start real life. So my A's cohorts, you guys are going to be here Monday, Tuesday. We'll all be on Zoom. And my B's, your Thursday, Friday. And then we repeat that over and over and over and over and over. Okay, so that's our next couple of days. Does anybody have any questions about any of that? I know we talked about it on Friday, but I want to make sure everybody is clear. We'll talk about it every day this week, so we're sure everybody knows what's going on. Any questions about any of that? We're okay? Okay. I made on Friday. Why we have that weird sound going? Maybe you guys don't. Do you hear a weird like sound? No?
No.
Great. Glad it's just me. Okay. On Friday, I made a post on our Google Classroom that says information about our upcoming November schedule. I'm going to grab that and I'm going to move it to today. Maybe. Here you go. I didn't really want you in the middle of Harry Potter. Whatever. We're just going to look at it. If you click here, or if your family clicks here, you guys, there's going to be information about what's happening with our schedule. For one, there's a picture of the calendar that we just looked at. So if you're talking to your family and you're like, really, there's no school on Wednesday, and they don't believe you, you can show them this calendar and prove to them, look, Miss Tyner posted, this is what it says, okay? So the calendar is there if you need to look at it, if you forget what you're supposed to be doing, if your family needs to look at it, whatever. I know there are lots of phone calls coming home and emails going home, but I wanted to make sure we had all our information in one spot in case you needed it. So there's the calendar that I just showed you. Another thing that's here is the cohorts. We talked about the cohorts on Friday. We talked about who's an A and who's a B, but you can see it here. I posted it here for us. Okay, so my A's, when I write face-to-face, that means we're face-to-face in person without a screen. Okay, when I say full distance, that means that your family has done the paperwork to have you stay on the computer. Okay, but you're still cohort A and you're still cohort B. And then the other thing that you'll see there is I made a little schedule for orientation week of who is supposed to come what day, in case you are confused by the last name thing. So our orientation week schedule, Monday the 16th, I'm going to see these guys. Those are my cohort A's whose last names start with A through L. On Tuesday, I'm going to see all these people. On Wednesday, I'll see you all on Zoom, regular 9 o'clock Zoom. On Thursday, I'll see all these people. And on Friday, it's the Wyatt and Daniel show. It just so happens that last names, that's all that's left on Friday. Okay, so if your family is trying to figure that out, it's all posted right here. Okay, does that help to have it all there in one spot? Yes, I see some head nods. Some people don't know. All right, so that's gonna stay right there. I need your opinion. Should I leave it here on today, or should I drag it up to parent and student resources and information? To the top? I see you shaking your heads to the top. Okay, I'll grab it and I'll move it to the top. Okay. Ready? This is what Ms. Tyner gets to do all the time. Topic, parent and student resources and information. There you go. There's Maddie's phone. Okay, so now if you're looking for it, you guys, it's gonna be right here at the top under parent and student resources, right there, information on our upcoming November schedule. Thumbs up, I got it, I'm good, sounds good. Yes, we're alive, okay. All right, so let's take a look at how we did on Friday. Jose, did you find your answer? I'm gonna just assume that you did. Let's check and see how we did on Friday. On Friday, here's what got turned in. We've got, who's the game? We've got Maddie. Hey, Maddie, good morning. Maddie, and we also got a Brandon. I marked you. So we're just missing Billy, Leo, Michael, Natalie. Those guys are here. Okay. All right, here's how we did on Friday. Ashton, I got nothing from you. Brandon, I got nothing from you. Jose, I got nothing from you. And I got Michael's flip grid. So that's 4 people who didn't turn everything in. 22 minus 4 gives me how many of us that did turn everything in? How many? 22 minus 4.
18.
18. Excellent work. I'm gonna give us some marbles for that because I like you. I'm gonna give you 2 marbles for an 18. Ta-da! All right. Da, 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 da. Let's look at what we've got to do today. Are you ready? Scroll back down to today. Today is Monday, November 9th. And I see that we've got a Zoom. We've got a journal. We've got math lesson 27. Good morning, Michael. We've got a flip grid comment. Remember that when you do a comment for somebody's flip grid, I want you to remember that you can't just say, yeah, me too. You have to actually respond to something that they said. Bentley, you're my biggest offender. I say this every week, and then Bentley, you turn in, yeah, me too. And then I give you 1 out of 5 points, and then you do it again. So today, I want you to make sure that you actually respond to what somebody said, okay? And you got Harry Potter chapter 15. That's 4 things to turn in. Man, I'm gonna mute you because I think you're my glitch, okay? That's 4 things to turn in. We've got a journal, math, flip grid, Harry Potter. I'm gonna warn you guys, as we've talked about, that this is kind of gonna be the last easy day. This week, we've got a lot to get done. We've got 2 tests to take, actually 3, because we've got a math test on Friday. So we are going to be busy, 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 busy this week. So I want you to enjoy this day that you have where it's a pretty light kind of a day, because the rest of the week isn't going to look like that. Okay? Seatbelts fastened, helmets on. I need to know that you're with me and you're ready. Okay? Because next week we have orientations, remember? So I've told you this a couple times, but I had planned next week to kind of spread all these tests out, because we have our mom's best friend test to take, we have our Columbus test to take, and we have our math test to take. That's 3 tests. So we were going to do 1 of them this week and then 2 of them next week. But now that we can't really do anything next week, that all kind of got squished into this week. So I want you to be prepared. Okay? Are you ready? Yes, you've got this. You're alive. Yeah, sure, you betcha. It must be Monday. This is what I've got. Jonathan, you must have had a tiring weekend. Yes, Jonathan, I see your hand up. What's up, buddy?
Does that mean 3 days of this week we're not gonna have homework?
Well, you're gonna have tests to do. So homework and classwork kind of blurs together during distance learning, right? So you'll definitely still have a lot to do to this week, Jonathan. It's gonna be.
Wait, Miss Tyner.
Yes, who's talking to me?
Jose,
what's up?
why am I the only boy that's gonna go on orientation week in
Because your
group
name
B
starts with G.
on Monday?
Because your last name starts with G. It's by last name.
Yeah, but I'm the only one.
You're gonna be.
And
okay.
then there's a bunch of girls.
You're gonna be okay.
I don't know boys.
You're in 5th grade now. These things don't matter anymore. All right, we've got some
Oh my
math
God.
today. Are you ready? Yes. Yes. You're ready? Yes. Okay. I need you to find your math notebook and get that out for me, por favor. Because today is our last day of new math. Tomorrow we're going to review. Wednesday we're going to review. Is that right, Ms. Steiner? Yes. And then we're taking our test. Oh, wait, we don't have school Wednesday. That's why it was a day off. Tomorrow we're going to review. Thursday we're going to review. Friday is going to be our math test. Okay? So we got to be ready. And we've got one more way of doing division that we want to take a look at before we get there. We've got lots of division notes in our math notebooks, lots and lots of division notes, and this test is going to be pretty much all on division. Hey, Natalie. So here we go. Mark Natalie here. All right, still missing Billy and Leo, right? Yeah, okay. All right, you've got your math notebook out. And we are going to take our last day of new notes before our test. And it's going to be on some really, really funky looking division. So are you ready? I'm not, because I forgot to open that page. Hope you still love me. Give me 1 second, you guys. Module 2, lesson 27. Sorry, guys. I was supposed to put pictures together from my weekend and from Wesley's gymnastics class last weekend, and I failed you. It's just realizing when I was looking at my desktop here. There we go. I will try to remember to do it tomorrow. Okay, you guys. Here we go. Okay, so our first math problem today, or our title today, is going to be more division with decimals. You guys, I think my pen's going to die. It's a good time to wrap up this distance learning if my pen's going to die. Our date today is 11/9/20. And our first math problem that we're going to do, number 1, is 77 divided by 22. 77 divided by 22. Okay. All right, are you ready? You look ready. Yes? Okay. I'm going to be pulling sticks. I'm going to be asking lots of questions from you. If it's quiet in your house, go ahead and unmute so you can answer me if you need to. I'm going to get out my times table. You've got yours. All right. Here we go. All right. So we've been talking this whole time, every single division problem that we've done, I have said the first number goes inside. And today is going to be the example of why I keep saying that. So we're going to remember before we start that the first number goes inside because your division world's about to change today. So first number goes inside, 77 is inside. All right, you guys are really, really, really good at division now. I am very, very proud of you. I know that you can tackle this problem with no issue. So let's get it going. My first innocent victim today is Jonathan. Jonathan, the first number I see there is a 7. Can I do anything with 7 or do I need to move on?
You need to move on.
All right, I can't do anything with 7. I'm going to put a 0 up there. You guys have been doing a great job of actually putting that 0 up there, not just leaving an empty space. Okay, so Jonathan, if I move over and I see 77, can I do anything with this?
Yeah.
Yeah? What do you want me to try first, Jonathan?
3.
3. Jonathan says 3. So I'm going to follow Jonathan's suggestion and I'm going to try 3. So here I go. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 2 is 6. And I've got 66. Michael, was that you? Oh, that was 8. No, that was Michael. Michael, did you leave and come back, babe? Oh, no, it was Leo. Leo, good morning. And Billy. My gosh, we're all here today. What? Hold on. Pump the brakes. That's a marble. Good job. We're all here. I appreciate you guys. All right, moving back to that. Jonathan, do you think that I should try 4 or do you think I should keep 3?
3.
Keep 3. If I tried 4, if I was a person who has a harder time estimating that stuff, if I tried 4, I'd get 88. And Jonathan was right. I can't use that. That's too big. So I'm going to use 3, and that's going to use up 66 of my discs. I'm moving on from torturing Jonathan to torturing Leo. Leo, if I subtract 77 minus 66, how many leftovers do I have? Leo, did you hear me say your name, babe?
11.
11, he says. Okay, 11. Now, up until now, we would have said our answer here is 3, remainder 11. Bad news, team. Bad news. No more remainders.
Keep going.
No more remainders allowed. You got it, Valeria. We're going to keep going. So what do I have to do if I'm going to keep going? Does anybody remember? Show me your hands. Remember what I should do here. What should I do? I see lots of hands up. I see people chatting me the answer. Amara, what should I do?
Add a 0.
Add a 0. Now I want to stop for a second and make sure that you're all listening to me. Are you all listening to me very carefully? Bentley, I want you to make sure you're listening to me. I love that you're writing down what I'm doing, but I need your ears. Is everybody ready? I cannot just add a 0 because I do not have a magic wand to turn 77 into 770. Let's say that when Valeria went shopping this weekend for her back to school clothes in November, she had in her pocket $77. Can she just magically say, oh, I don't have 77. I'm just going to put a 0 on the end. I got 770. Bam! Can she do that? No, she can't just magically have $770. So when Amara says add a 0, what I know she means
A decimal.
decimal and a 0, because when I add that decimal there, my 77 is still a 77. Does everybody see that? Everybody sees when I put a decimal on there, my 77 stays a 77. My 7 is still in the ones place and my 7 is still in the tens place. If I don't put that decimal there, I change their value. Everybody's got it, because that's going to happen on your test. Hadi, did you turn the TV off, babe? So you're paying attention to me, okay? Does everybody understand that? Everybody knows I got to add a decimal, right? Now I'm frozen. Hopefully you come back to me. You're kind of coming back. You can probably still hear me. It's the way the internet's going today. Makes me sweaty. Should probably take my sweatshirt off. All right, hoping that you can still hear me, I'm going to bring my decimal up. And I'm going to wait and see if you come back. And your head. Oh, I can hear you, Wyatt. Can you hear me? Oh, you're back. Hello.
Your white screen.
Okay, I'm coming. Hold on. I'm coming.
What happened to
Hold on, you guys. Hold on. I'm coming. Okay, can you guys see me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
I can see you at least.
It's gonna be one of those days. I have a feeling. It's good to say that today's a light day, you guys. I'm sorry. Can you all hear me and see me again? Ashton's frozen.
That's not cool.
Live.
Yeah, he's frozen with double eyes.
Nobody's supposed to be.
Ashton says nobody's frozen. All right, you guys. Hold on. Let me get Elmo going again. Cross your fingers. That's our one glitch. I'm going to check for a Zoom update today. That usually is my problem. Okay, here we go. All right. Now, I am going to say that Miss Tyner did not do a very good job on this math problem. Because do you see how my 3 is kind of a little bit sideways over the top of my 7 and my 0? Does everybody see that about my numbers? You guys see that?
Yes.
And that's partially because my Elmo's over there, so when I'm writing, I don't see things lined up, and then I look up at the screen. When you are doing division today, my lovely ladies and gentlemen, I need you to look at the change I'm going to make. When you are doing division today, and you are multiplying these problems and dividing them and doing all this hard work, I want you to make sure, Michael, did you get kicked off too, bud? I'm glad you're back. I want you to make sure that when you put your numbers up here, you are putting them right on top of the numbers. Do you see how my 3 is a little bit scooted over to the side? This could make me get this problem wrong, and I don't want to get it wrong. So I want you to make sure that your numbers are right on top of each other, okay? Because then when I bring my decimal up, it's going to be really clear where my numbers are supposed to be, okay? So I'm going to correct my mistake before I go on. All right, Jonathan told me that I needed to use 66, so I'm going to subtract. Leo told me my remainder is 11. And Montserrat and Amara told me I had to add, oh, Valeria, somebody told me I had to add a 0 and bring it down. So here we go. Aaliyah, I've got 110. Over in my mini problems, I did 3, I did 4. 4 gave me 88. Aaliyah, what do you want me to try now? 22 times what? What should I try now, Aaliyah? 22 times. I'm trying to make 110. What do you think?
10.
Well, I want to get a little bit bigger, right? My 4 gave me 88, and I want 110. Is it okay if I try 5?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to try 5. All right, let's see. 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times 2 is 10 plus 1 makes 11. And bada bing, bada boom, I got a perfect fit. So my answer is going to be 3.5. And I cannot have a decimal and a remainder. So I can't have remainder anything. That's illegal. So my answer on my homework tonight would be 3.5. And I would write it nice and big. And I would put it in a circle for Miss Tyner, who's trying to read my blurry Google Classroom homework. Right? Yes? Christian still wins for the biggest answers in circles. Christian's my hero. All right. We're going to try another one. Internet lasting. Let's try, okay, number 2. Let's try 14.7 divided by 21. 14.7 divided by 21. Ready? Yes? Guess I can.
Could you scoot up your notebook?
I got you, Michael. I got you. There you go. 14.7 divided by 21. All right, first number goes inside. That's going to be very important here in just a moment. So here I go. 14.7 divided by 21. All right, I have to bring that decimal straight up. Okay, so my decimal is going to come straight up. Bada bing, bada boom. There it is. Decimal, ba-bam. Okay, stick gods are choosing who to torture. Make sure you know what we're doing. Maddie, what's up, girl?
Can you hear me?
I can now. What's up?
How is that supposed to work? Because 14 is smaller than 21.
Girl, you know how to do this. Can I do anything with
I
one?
already have it done.
No.
Can I do anything with 1, Maddie?
Wait, so is it actually gonna just be 147 then?
Yeah. Yes. You're thinking of it as 147, Maddie, like how we've been doing for a lot of stuff. Take that decimal out for a second, put it back in your answer. Yeah. So just think of it as 147. That's a great way to think about it. Okay. Okay. So I cannot do anything with 1. Jose, you're the lucky stick chosen by the gods. Jose, can I do anything with 14?
Yeah. No, wait. No, you can't.
No, I can't. All right, so
No.
now I've got 147, as Maddie said. I'm going to try 5 because that's what Ms. Tyner says to do. 21 times 5. Okay, when you multiply 21 times 5, I want you to tell me what you've got. Okay, send it to me in the chatty poo up here. 21 times 5. What do you get? Lots of people working. 21 times 5.
Oh,
Lots of people are telling me an answer already. You guys are so speedy fast this morning. Hola, you've been rocking this. I see a lot of 105s.
Tyner,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna let you know. The things I tried to are both what I got.
What'd you say, Jonathan?
I tried you 2 things. The first one's my answer, and the second one's my thing for the how I got the answer.
Okay. All right. So I tried 21 times 5 and it was too small. Jose, I picked your stick. So what do you want me to try next?
Seven.
7, he says. All right, here I go. 21 times 7. 7 times 1 is 7. 7 times 4 is 14. Perfect fit. 7, 14. No remainder. My answer is 0, 0, decimal 7. Good? Yes? Okay, I'm about to rock your division world. Are you ready? It's gonna look really funky. Find a good one. Okay, we're gonna try, number 3, 2.8 divided by 16. 2.8 divided by 16. Okay, 2.8 divided by 16. Ashton, I see your hand. What's up, buddy?
Can I go use the bathroom?
What's up, Ashton?
Can I go use the bathroom?
Of course, go. All right, first number goes inside. Now, as Maddie said a second ago, that's a little funky because 2 is small. So it's weird that 2 is going to go inside, but it's okay. First number goes inside. No matter what, first number goes inside. 2.8, 16. All right, I'm bringing up my decimal. Stick gods are torturing Montserrat. Montserrat, can I do anything with that too?
You cannot.
I cannot. All right, so now I've got 28. Montserrat, what do you want me to try? 16 times what?
16 times 3.
3, she says. All right, 16 times 3. All right, chat me. 16 times 3. Who's going to get it to me before we run out of time? 16 times 3. You could even tell me, can I use that answer or no? What do we get? What do we get? What do we get? I see pencils moving and times tables flying, and it makes me happy. I got Hades. I got Maddie's. I got Hades. I got Amara's. I got Aaliyah's. It's too fast for me. I can't keep up. Jonathan, Christians, Montserrat. Holo, check your math on that one, buddy. All right, 3 times 6 is 18. 3 times 1 is 3 plus 1 makes 4. A lot of you told me 48, and then you told me, no, Ms. Tyner, you can't use it. Okay, Bentley, what do you want me to try now? 3 was too big, Bentley, so what am I going to try?
1, 2.
2. Perfect, Bentley. Let's try 16 times 2. All right, 16 times 2. Let's see. Jonathan, what'd you get when you multiplied 16 times 2? Were you going to tell me 32? Hopefully. Can I use 32? Yes, no? No, it comes down? No? All right, so 1 it is. Please don't multiply 16 times 1. I mean, if you really want to, you can, but it's going to be 1. All right, 16, and I'm going to subtract. Let's see. 8 take away 6 is 2. 2 take away 1 is 1. All right. Amy, what am I going to do now? What am I going to do now? Who can bail her out? Maddie, go for it. What am I going to do now?
Now you're gonna add a 0 and you're bring down the 0.
Okay, add a 0 and bring it down. Okay, so now I've got 120. All right. Wyatt, what do you want me to try? 16 times what?
Ooh.
16 times.
12.
Okay, whoa.
1.
It's got to be a 1 through 9 number.
Seriously?
16 times what, Wyatt?
1.
Well, we already used 1 and it makes 16. We're trying to make 120, Wyatt.
Oh, 9.
Okay, 16 times 9. 6 times 9 is 54. 9 times 1 is 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All right, Wyatt tried 9 and we got 144. Can I use this?
No, you should try.
No.
All right, let's see. Natalie, what should I try now?
8.
8. 16 times 8. Okay, she says 16 times 8. 8 times 6 is 48. 8 times 1 is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Natalie, can I use this?
No.
Miss Tyner,
No, so close. What's up, Michael?
your 4 is on top of your, like, on top of
know.
your 1.
It looks like a crazy new number I invented. All right, let's try 16 times 7. Okay, let's see. 6 times 7 is 42. I tried to do it again for you, Michael. 7 times 1 is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so I'm going to use 7, and that gives me 112. And now I've got to subtract. Let's see. I can't take 2 from 0, so I have to borrow. 10 take away 2 is 8. Okay, so I'm done, right? It's 0.17 remainder 8.
No, you can't do remainders.
I can't have remainders. So what should I do?
Yourself, not no remainders.
What should I do then, Jonathan, besides lie down on the floor and cry?
Add a 0.
Add a 0. Okay, that sounds better than crying. All right, I'll add a 0. 0. All right. 80. I'm trying to make 80. Let's see. This is too small. This is too big. Hade, what do you want me to try? 16 times what? We can't hear you. Oh, there she is.
16 times 5.
5, she says. 16 times 5. Okay, let's see. 5 times 6 is 30. 5 times 1 is 5. 6, 7, 8. Aha! Now I'm done. 5. Can't fit my 80 down there. Bad planning. My answer is 0.17. Are we okay?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to weird you out. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Sure.
No, I'm not sure.
All right, I'm going to put page. So we have room for one more example.
I still have enough room on this page.
Well, you're just magical, Jonathan. Magical. All right, what number was that? 3, 4. Okay, we're on 4. All right, here we go. we are going to try a division problem this Tyler makes up. They always turn out horribly. So let's see how this one goes. We are going to try 2 divided by 44. 2 divided by 44. Now, what your 4th grade brain wants to do is this. And you want to tell me that the answer is 22. Some of you may have already written that down. I've been like, Ms. Dyer, this isn't hard, it's 22. What is wrong with this? Should your 5th grade brain tell your 4th grade brain is wrong with this? My answer is not 22.
Do you need to put the first number inside?
Valeria, what was that you said?
That you need to put the first number inside.
Okay, does everybody see the problem here? Did I put the first number inside or did I put the second number inside? You see it? You see the problem? Yes? Okay, we can't do this. Your brain wants to go, oh, 44 divided by 2, that's easy. It's just 22. Psh, easy. No, wrong. First number goes inside. First number. So this is going to look really weird. It's going to look like this. Watch. 44, 2. That looks really weird. It's like goes against everything your 4th grade brain believes in life. Why is that 2 on the inside? It's too small. Right?
That's illegal.
It looks really funky. This is not the way division is supposed to look, but welcome to 5th grade. This is the way it's going to look. So how should I tackle this? Anybody have an idea? What am I going to do? As Maddie said before, I can't do that because 2 is too small. So what should I do? Jonathan, what should I do?
You should put decimal and add 2 zeros.
Okay, if I add a decimal, I mean, I can add as many zeros as I want, right, Jonathan? But I'll just add some. We'll see how many I need, right? I could keep adding zeros. So this is still 2, but as Maddie said, when I add those zeros on the end, if I ignore my decimal for a minute, it turns into 20 or 200 or 2,000, right? When I add those zeros on the end. That's why I have to have that decimal there, because I can't magic wand and make my $2 into 2,000.
You're not Harry Potter.
Hard as I try, Jonathan, I am not Harry Potter. You're right. So here we go. Everybody ready? Now I can do this because I added some zeros and a decimal. Now I can go. Okay, so Michael, can I do anything with that 2, babe? Can I make any groups out of 2? Remember, I have 44 in a group, so I can't do anything with 2. It's not big enough. Okay, so we're gonna put a 0 there. All right, Michael, if I move over, instead of having 2, now I have 20. Can I do anything now?
Yeah.
I have to have 44 in a group.
Wait, no.
Yeah, I still can't do it, right? You got it. Okay, so
When do you get 200?
when I hit 200, now I can, right? So now I'm trying to make 200. Okay, because this is the weirdest division Miss Tyner's ever made me do, I'm gonna just use her trick of doing 5. So I need everybody to multiply 44 times 5 and tell me what you get. Remember, we're trying to make 200 here, okay? So what is 44 times 5? Send it to me in our chat. Let me see, I got Jonathan's answer. He's on the ball today. Christian's answer. Montserrat, Hades, Aaliyah's, rocking and rolling, you guys. Okay, I see lots of 220s. Is that what you guys got?
But I already erased it because it was wrong.
Remember, Jonathan, you've talked for a long time about not erasing your mini problems. So I need you to hear me when I say that. So Christian, 5's not going to work. Christian, the stick gods have chosen you. What should I do now, Christian?
Try 4.
4. That's a lot of 4s. 4. Okay. 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times 4 is 16 plus 1 makes 17. Okay, this is what I'm using. I'm going to use 176. So my 4 is going to go right on top of my 0. My 176 is going to go down here. And here's where some of us are going to fall on our noses because we can't subtract with borrowing very well. So let's see if you can do it. What is 200 minus 176? Let's see what you get. Are you subtracting? I'm watching you. Yes? We're subtracting. We're subtracting. How many leftovers do you get? I got Amara's answer. Michael, I thought I had yours, but it was from the one before. I got Hades' answer. I got Jose's answer. I always know it's Jose's because it's got a question mark. Aaliyah, yep, we got 176, but now I need you to subtract. If I rewrote it over here for a second, 200 minus 176. Sometimes it's easier to do it if you take it out of the division problem. Totally fine. But I have a lot of people who are sending me wrong answers. So let's see if we can get this. I can't subtract 6 from 0. So I have to borrow. There's no one next door to borrow from. So I got to go next. My 2 is going to become a 1. And this becomes a 10. Okay, now I have to borrow from my 10, which is the part a lot of us messed up. I have to borrow from my 10, so it becomes a 9, and now this 0 becomes a 10. 10 take away 6 is 4, 9 take away 7 is 2. If you got 34, which a lot of you sent me, you didn't borrow from that 10. You just subtracted from that 10. So remember that you have to borrow all the way through those zeros like a solid second grader. I know you guys can do it. So hopefully you got 24. If you didn't get 24, erase, fix, and write 24. Now, let me mute you to see if you're my echo, okay? I still love you though. All right, let's see. Brandon, what should I do now? Brandon, I lost you along the way. You must have been the person who got kicked out most recently. Haiti, what am I gonna do now?
Bring down the 0.
Boom, shakalaka. Bring down the 0, okay? All right, 240. Here I've got 220. So Jonathan, that's why I would tell you not to erase that mini problem because now you've got it already written there. So I'm gonna use 5, and that's gonna be 220. I'm gonna subtract. I don't have to borrow because 0 take away 0 is 0, and 4 take away 2 is 2. All right, I got 20. Daniel, what should I do now? Daniel, you're thinking? What should I do now? I've got a remainder of 20, but I'm not allowed to have a remainder. So what should I do? Amara, can you help it? What should I do now?
Add another 0.
Add another 0. Okay, I could add zeros until I've got an old man beard if I wanted to. All right, 200. Hey, didn't we start out trying to make 200? Wasn't that the first thing Jose told me I had to make up here?
Yeah.
Right, and we used 4, right? Yeah, Ed nods. I'm alive, Miss Tyner. I'm with you. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, okay, so I'll use 4 again. 4, and I know that's going to be 176. And then I know that 200 minus 176, I know that's going to give me 24. Okay, so let's see. Maddie, what should I do now?
You should add a 0.
Okay, add another 0. Okay, bring it down. Okay, what should I do now? 240. Hey, wait a second. Didn't we just do that?
It's trying to, in the chat, it literally goes on forever.
It will. So I just figured out 240, right? That was 5. Right, I did 5 groups. 5, and that's going to be 220. And when I subtract that, I'm going to get 20, and I'm going to add a 0. And I'm going to keep getting the same numbers over and over and over and over. Does everybody see that? Head nods, thumbs up, smiles. Yeah, we got it. Yes, you're with me. I'm going to have the answer 0.04545. What's going to come next?
4, 5, 4,
4,
5.
5, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5. And we could literally do this division problem until we ran out of paper. And it's still going to just keep going 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5. It's never going to end. So here's what we do. Okay, is everybody with me? Yes, you're with me, you're listening, because this is important new information. In Mrs. Tyner's class, if you have added 2 zeros and the answer is just never going to end, what you're going to do is you're going to add that third zero. Does everybody see how I have 3 zeros added there? I added 1, 2. I added my third zero. If you have added a third zero and your problem is still going, stop. Stop. What I want you to do is add that third zero and then round. That's it. I don't want you to do division problems that go on and on forever until Wyatt grows an old man Santa Claus beard. I want you to
See, why does Wyatt get the old man beard all the time?
Wyatt gets the old man beard because he was the person right next to me on my screen, so he's the person I was looking at. Add the third zero and round. Okay? Don't divide forever. We're going to round. So what would my answer be here? My answer would be 0.04. Is my 5 going to be a 5 or is it going to round up?
China.
Hold on, John. Guys, I need your attention. This is new
Your
information.
5 could
Be a 5.
Is my 5 going to stay a 5 or is it going to round? Can my 4 round?
No, it's too tiny.
No, it's not strong enough, right? It's close. So my answer is going to be 0.045. Okay, that's what I'm going to write up here. 0.045. Now I want to teach you one other thing that is a 6th grade thing. Okay, one other piece of information. Oh, you can't see my answer. Sorry, Michael. 0.045. Now I want to teach you one other thing that is a 6th grade piece of math. Okay, your answer here to this math problem is not actually 0.045. It's actually 0.045454545454545, and I'm out of paper. There is in math a cool little thing called a repeating bar. And what it means is whatever's under the bar is repeating forever. It's like infinity. So if I wanted another way to write this, I could write it like this. 0.045, and I would put a repeating bar above the 4, 5. And what that means in math is, hey, person who's reading my answer, this 4, 5 is going to repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat forever. Sometimes you get an answer that looks like this, you guys, 0.4396777777777. The beginning doesn't repeat, but then it starts repeating. If I wanted to write that answer using a repeating bar, it would look like this, 0.43967, and my repeating bar would just be over the 7, because the whole thing isn't repeating, just the 7. When I wrote this answer, I couldn't have written it like this. I couldn't have written this answer like this because the 0 does not repeat, just the 4 and the 5. Okay? So that is just a little 6th grade division introduction. I will warn you that anytime Ms. Tyner makes up a division problem, it's probably going to turn out like a hot mess that has no real good answer. So we'll practice some of those as we go along here. All right, your homework tonight is lesson 27 homework. So I want you to find that for me in your binder. It should be the very next page in your binder. It says at the top, lesson 27 homework. I want you to find that for me. We're going to take a look at the word problem on the back, and we're also going to do one of these problems together. Okay, lesson 27 homework. Right, you're digging through your binder or your backpack or wherever you have this stuff stashed, and you are finding lesson 27 homework. Amanda, did the power go out?
Oh no, I'm watching someone run laps.
Okay. I was like,
No,
why
just-
are you by a window? Tell me the
No.
repeat of Friday. Okay, hand up. I have found lesson 27. I'm ready to go. Braxton, are you alive? I haven't seen you for a little while. There he is. Okay, thanks, Braxton. All right, we have found lesson 27 homework. We are ready to rock. Yes. All right. Okay. The first thing I'd like to do is take a look at the word problem on the back with you so we can set it up. Okay. Here we go. In science class, don't worry, I'm going to get it. In science class, students water a plant with the same amount of water. Oh, come on, Elmo. Each day for 20 consecutive days. Consecutive means in a row. Okay, guys, so they're doing a science experiment. You guys remember when you had Mr. Wright in kindergarten and you guys grew your plants on the windowsill? Remember that, those of us who were here? Remember how you grew your plants on the windowsill? You guys would all drop your cup, so it would spill everywhere. Yeah, that was a good time. So every day, these kids are watering these plants for 28 days, the same amount of water. And in the end, they used this much water. How many liters of water were used each day? So we have a total amount of water and we're trying to divide it up into 28 days. So this math problem is going to look like this. 28 days.
But Miss Tyner,
Yep, 0.8 liters. What's up, Maddie?
it's in liters and it wants to know how many.
Yes, I love that you noticed the conversion in there, Maddie. You are absolutely right. We're going to talk about that. All right, so here's our division problem on our homework tonight. We are supposed to be dividing the total water by the 28 days. Okay, are you ready? We're going to tackle this one. Is everybody ready? Yes, you've got it written down. You've got a pencil. You've got a times table. You've got your brain. You didn't lose the brain anywhere. Ashton says no, he lost his brain. All right, we're ready? Okay, here we go. 28. We're making groups of 28. Bentley, I need you with me so your homework's done, please.
What lesson?
Ashton,
What lesson?
Lesson 27.
Okay, Ashton, I need you to put those papers in your binder so we don't have to do this every day. Okay?
37 times.
Okay, 37
My papers are in my binder.
Well, in the right order might be
It's just
important.
very messy.
Well, then you
First
need
order
to
of business when-
Organized. I take my stuff out and I put it in like a pile somewhere.
First order of business when we get back to school is overhauling binders. Wish me luck, you guys. All right, here we go. Groups of 28. Ready? I've got some victims left in my cup. I'm not going to pick Ashton because he's still looking for him. Billy, can I do anything with 2? Can I make any groups out of 2, Billy?
No.
No, he says. Billy, what about 23?
No.
No. All right, so Miss Tyner says try 5. Let's try 5. 28 times 5. Okay, if you have multiplied 28 times 5, send it to me in that chat. Let me see it. What is 28 times 5? Show me you're with me. Come on, Bentley, come back.
Dude, stop. That's my math homework, and I really don't want to stop.
28 times 5. I got Amara's. She's on it this morning. I got Ashton's. I got Braxton's. 28 times 5. Montserrat, I got yours. Everybody's agreeing with each other. 5 times 8 is 40. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 4 makes 14. All right, this is way too small. Ashton, what do you want me to try? 5 was too small. What should I try, Ashton?
No, 6.
6, okay, 28 times 6.
Should I? What?
48. 6 times 2 is 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. All right, I think we're still too small. Let's see. Valeria, what do you want me to try?
Eight.
8 it says. All right, 28 times 8. Hade said 8 too. She agreed with you, Valeria. 8 times 8 is 64. 8 times 2 is 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 224. That is very close to 238. I'm going to test 9 just to be sure. 9 times 8 is 72. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Too big. Okay, so 8, it is 8. 224. And I'm going to subtract. You don't have to borrow, so you better get this one right. Bentley, we're doing our homework. You might want to write it down. I got a remainder of 14. All right, Polo, what should I do now?
Adding 0.
Add a 0. Great work, Polo. Okay, so I'm going to add a 0. I'm going to bring it down. And oh my gosh, here's why Miss Tyner tells us not to erase our mini problems. Look at that. It's like Christmas. It's already done. Whoop, whoop. Okay, I'm going to put a 5 up there. 140. Perfect fit. And I'm done. Boom. 0.85. Okay, now as Maddie noticed, and hopefully some other people noticed too, this math problem does have a conversion in it because it's given to us in liters and it asks us 2 questions. First, it says how many liters, but then it says how many milliliters. Everybody sees that? If I wasn't paying attention, I would get this problem half wrong. So I'm going to put over here a sentence. They used 0.85 liters of water each day. Okay, so we're halfway done. If you already have that sentence written down, I need you to be finding the conversion for us to go from liters to milliliters. Look in your planner, liters to milliliters. It's page 5, I think. Same page as your times table. Liters, 4, page 4. Liters to milliliters. Okay, I'm looking. Does anybody see it? Liters to milliliters. Anybody see it? What's our conversion? Montserrat, what do you see?
It says 1,000.
1,000. Everybody sees it? Liters to milliliters is 1,000. See what Montserrat sees? Yeah. You're with me? You're alive? Hello? Hello? Yes? There.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So let's do this conversion. Let's see if we remember it. So we have 0.85 liters equals how many milliliters? This is our conversion. Okay, who thinks they remember the very first thing I'm supposed to do? What is the very first thing I'm supposed to do on these? There's no math. What am I supposed to do? Anybody remember? I see people flipping through notebooks trying to find the day we did conversions. What should I do?
I don't know.
Should we look?
No. You should just tell us.
Oh, nope, not that cool. If somebody remembered, that'd be cool, but nope, I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to look back until I find conversions. Find it yet? Anybody remember? I'm sure Bentley remembers. He's just not paying any attention to tell me. Come on, Bentley. Did you find it? You guys have to remember stuff we've already learned. Okay, here's my page on conversions. I'm going to let you look at it. Our notes were taken on October 13th if you want to look at your own notes. So what's the first thing I need to do? I need your eyeballs this way, please.
Good. I'm looking. Oh, that's what you have to do?
Okay, so Maddie shouldn't be the only person paying attention. You need everybody's eyes on the screen. What's the first thing that I need to do?
Before you told us to pay attention, I was playing with golf course coin.
Glad that I say these things. Okay, I'm picking 6. Long as it takes us to get to somebody who can tell me what I should do first. Wyatt, what should I do first?
You're supposed to times the very top and you bring it down. And
Okay, can somebody help Wyatt out, or should I just keep going? It's gonna be a while. Cola, what should I do first? What's it say? Hard to know when you're not there. Daniel, what should I do first? Got more of them down here too. I've got 2 people who know. Everybody else has no clue. Hadi, I need you thinking, not playing with pencils in your toes. Ooh, I gained a couple hands. Let's see. Ashton, what should I do? What do we do first?
I don't know.
What's it say? Look, I had 6.42 cups, and here I have 6.42 times 1 cup. Don't know? Let's see. Braxton, can you tell us? What should I do? Okay, Billy, what should I do?
Do 8 ounces.
Okay. Bentley, what should I do? Bentley's empty chair is not going to tell me. Valeria, what should I do?
Convert it.
Yeah, how do I do it?
You see how many?
Everybody's like, quiet. Aaliyah, I saw your hand. What should I do?
85 times 1 liter.
Thank you. Okay, so when we did this math lesson, you may remember me saying over and over and over again, this is the part you guys forget to do. This is the part you're going to forget to do. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the part you're going to forget to do. And look, you forgot. So here we go. The very first thing I need to do is separate my number and my units. You are writing this down. So I'm going to have 0.85 times 1 liter. No math. It's a step that you have to remember though. Okay, now, if you remember from our notes, the next thing that we did was we made an exchange. We traded out the units we have for the units that we want. Are you remembering? Those of us who are paying attention? Yes, Natalie, I need your attention, babe. Okay, so I'm gonna trade out my 1 liter for milliliters. Now, how many did you tell me it was? 1 liter is how many milliliters?
100,000.
1,000. Go. All right, so I traded. Okay, remember that these 2 things in this box have to have the same value. 1 liter is the same thing as 1,000 milliliters. Okay, so now I've got to multiply. I've got 1,000 times 8,500. Okay, let's see what we get. We are multiplying 1,000 times 8,500. Okay, need to do a math. This is your math homework I'm helping you with. Let's go. Tell me what you get. Don't forget your decimal. Mara, make that say hundreds. Did you get it? Did you get it? Did you get it? When we're done, you're gonna really wish you had done this the easy way. Jose, I think you forgot some placeholders in there.
It's fun this way, though.
Wyatt, you're missing your decimal. Montserrat, first person to send me the right answer. Oh, there you go, Wyatt. 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 1 is 5. Actually, you just forgot your decimal. Placeholder. 8 times 0 is 0. 8 times 0 is 0. 8 times 0 is 0. 8 times 1 is 8. Now I've got to add 0, 0, 0, 5, 8. I've got 8, 5, 0, 0, 0, which is what a lot of you sent me, except that this is hundredths. So where should my decimal go, Haiti? Haiti, we can't hear you if you answered. Where should my decimal go, babe? Braxton, I got your answer. Michael, good job. You're just missing your decimal. Katie, if you're talking to us, we can't hear you or see you. Montserrat, can you tell me where my decimal should go?
It should go in between the 5, not in between, but it's the 5, the 0, and then the decimal.
All right, Montserrat says my decimal should go right here. She is exactly right. I'm gonna put that answer over here, which is 850 milliliters. All right, homework or assignment today is to finish this page, okay? We tackled the hard word problem. What you've got left is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 division problems. I want you to look at A with me. Flip it over, look at A, because you're gonna wanna tell me that the answer to A is 4, because you're gonna wanna put the 28 inside and the 7 outside, and you're gonna wanna tell me the answer is 4. I want you to write this down with me right now, because I want you to remember that the first number goes inside. So the 7 is gonna go inside, not the 28. My answer is not gonna be 4. Anybody who sends me 4 on A was not listening just now. When we did division last week, we kind of made some space on this page so that our mini problems didn't all crash into all the other mini problems. If you want to do that again today, you are welcome to do so. Remember that the first number goes inside, okay? If you would like help with this math today, I will be in office hours today. What's up, Ashton?
I was just gonna ask you if you were gonna be in office hours.
Yes, I will be in office hours today, having a party with you guys, okay? All right, I need you to put your math off to the side because we need to finish reading Mom's Best Friend today so that we can take our test starting tomorrow and finish it on Thursday. So I need you to find Mom's Best Friend, get it out for me. Oh, please. Oh, there we go. All right, you are finding Mom's Best Friend. We were almost done when we left off on Friday. Yes, we read on Friday. All right. We left off on page 380. So you can turn to
Miss Schneider.
380. What's up, Maddie?
I have a question.
Yeah.
On Wednesday, will we not have any homework or anything either?
Nope, we got nothing on Wednesday. It's a day off.
So we don't have to do our pedometer either?
Nope, Wednesday's off. You're welcome. It's like today's Monday and tomorrow's Friday. And then we do it again. All right, we are on page 380. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, you betcha. Okay, page 380. When we left off on Friday, you guys, we were reading this, we had just read this letter from Mom where she's kind of talking all about how things are going at the Seeing Eye. And we read at the top about how the little girl feels about it. And if you remember, she goes, Mom barely asked about us. It was all Ursula, Ursula, Ursula. And we talked a lot about what that kind of means about how the narrator, Leslie, is feeling. Does anybody remember? How is the little girl feeling when she reads this letter from Mom? Do you remember how
Jealous.
we were talking about? Maddie, what'd you say?
She's jealous that the mom likes the dog.
Yeah, I think jealous is a good word. Montserrat, what were you going to say?
That she's kind of like forgetting about Merritt.
Mm-hmm. So the little girl's kind of worried that the mom is forgetting the other dog, right? And that makes her feel kind of crummy, right? What else? What else? Aaliyah, has your hand up? She's like, no. Daniel, what up? What's up, Daniel?
She's sad.
She's sad? What is she sad about, Daniel?
That the other dog died.
Yeah, she's still sad about that for sure. And I think that feeling of, I don't want Mom to like the new dog. I want Mom to still miss the old dog like I do. I think that's a big feeling for her. Okay, so we're on page 380. We're gonna blast through these last couple pages so that you are ready to take that test starting tomorrow. Remember, I'm apologizing to you for making us smash all this into this week, but that's the way we gotta get it done. So here we go. Ready? If I pull your stick, I need you to know where we are. Braxton, you ready? Yes? Alive? Here we go. Life at home wasn't very wonderful or special. Dad ran out of the casseroles Mom had frozen ahead of time, and although his meals were okay, I missed Mom's cooking. Worse, the dishes kept piling up. I never knew Joel ate so much. Then things got really bad. While Dad was teaching his American literature class, Joel and I faced a disaster Mom and Ursula couldn't have dreamed of. The toilet bowl overflowed. Has this happened in your house before?
No.
You've never had a toilet overflow, Maddie?
No.
Oh man, happens in my house. Yeah. We wiped the floors with towels.
Actually, once under our sink, the pipes burst.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, our pipes have broke under the sink before.
That's a mess when that happens, right? As Joel took the
My
towels
pipes have never
They just like spewed all over the kitchen.
Yes, disaster. Okay, we got to keep reading. As Joel took the towels down to the washing machine, he found water dripping through the ceiling, all over the dining room table, all over the carpet. He ran for more towels, and I ran for the furniture polish and rug shampoo. When Dad got home, everything looked perfect, but I wrote a Braille letter. So she's writing a letter to Mom. Here it is. Dear Mom, come home soon. The house misses you. Love, Exhausted in Pittsburgh. Why does she sign her letter Exhausted in Pittsburgh? Why doesn't she say Love, Leslie? What do you think? Come on, I need your brains. It's a question straight from your test, so you better be thinking. Okay, I'm going to repeat it. I need you sitting up and paying attention, you guys.
Exhausted.
See it again, Ashton?
Because she's exhausted.
Why is she exhausted, Ashton? Help people who aren't paying attention.
Because the house is just falling apart. It's all dirty. Things keep happening, and usually her mom's the one who fixes them.
Perfect, Ashton. Usually Mom's around to do that stuff, right? Even though Mom's blind, she knows how she has found a way to be able to cook. She takes care of cleaning the dishes and cleaning up messes, and they've been left with all of her chores for all this time. So she's exhausted. The word exhausted means really tired. Pittsburgh is a city. So she's so mad at Mom, she doesn't even put her name down there. Mom writes back, Dear Exhausted, hang on, we'll be home to hound you Thursday. Be prepared. Okay, Mom's going to give a joke here. You got to be paying attention. Are you paying attention? Are you listening? Because I'm going to ask you to explain this. How do I have asked you to turn the TV off or whatever you're looking at? This is the second time. Please turn it off. The next time's a text. Be prepared. When you see me, I will have grown 4 more feet.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
What does Mom mean? She's 4 feet taller. Montserrat, what does she mean?
Do you mean to say she's bringing Ursula home?
And Ursula has, wait for it,
4
feet. Oh, so funny. All right, here we go. I couldn't laugh. I was too tired and worried. What if I couldn't love Ursula? Merritt was the best dog ever. All right, Aaliyah, the stick gods have chosen you. I need you to read for us right there. Soon they arrived. Okay, we are listening to Aaliyah. Everybody ready? Focused? Yes. Here we go. Go, Aaliyah.
Soon they arrived. Ursula yanked at her leash and springed up on me. She pawed my shoulders, my arms,
Stomach. Yep.
and arms, just the way Merritt used to nearly knock me over. She leaped onto Howell, licked him all over as she bounced up onto me again. I realized Mom was right. Like magic, I was crazy about the dog.
Shrimpy new dog. So she goes, hey, Mom was right. Mom told me as soon as she met me, she loved me too. Remember when Mom told her that? Right?
Yeah.
So she's like, oh, heck, Mom was right. Huh. All right, by the end of the day, I had a new worry. Was Ursula going to love me? She seemed friendly enough, but keyed up, even lost in our house. Okay, eyes in your book. Here we go. We're going to finish this thing. Here we go. My next victim is going to be Valeria. So be ready, Valeria. Mom explained that Ursula had already given her heart away 3 times. First to her mother, then to the Seeing Eye puppy raising family, and finally to Pete. Mom said we had to be patient. Okay, Valeria, I picked your stick. Can you explain, and we're going to listen because this is a question on our test, what does the author mean that Ursula had already given her heart away 3 times? Did she actually like take her heart out, the dog, and hand it to someone?
Well, first, the dog can't hand anything to someone because she doesn't have hands.
Okay, good call, Maddie. So this is some figurative language. But Valeria, what does the author mean? Did you just run away from your loud sister? You did, didn't you? Mm-hmm. Okay, we are listening to Valeria. She's going to tell us what she thinks. My next victim is going to be Jose. So Jose, be ready. Valeria, what do you think? What's it mean? She'd already given her heart away 3 times.
I'm searching for the book for a week and a half, so I can't find it.
She means like when she says that, she's meaning like she's loving some people else.
Okay, so the dog has already loved her own dog mom, right? Remember how we talked about how puppies are first there at the Seeing Eye with their doggy family. And then she went to her puppy raising family. Remember how we talked about like Maddie could adopt the dog and then Maddie's family would take the dog and teach the dog basic things, right? So Ursula first loved her doggy mom, then she loved her puppy raising family mom, and then she came back to the Seeing Eye and she loved Pete, the guy who was training her. And now here she is again, right? This is the 4th family that the dog has had, right? All right, Jose, you're up. Remember how Merritt loved you.
I don't have the book.
It's on
or
your screen,
the
Jose,
page.
read it.
I'm trying to find it.
It's on the
What?
screen. It's
I
on
can't find it.
Jose, it's on the screen. Just read what's on the screen.
Okay. Wait. Remember, wait, what part? Because I was trying to find it while we were trying to read it, so I don't know which part.
I'm pointing at it.
Remember that part?
Yep.
Remember how Merritt loved you, Leslie? When you were little, she let you stand on her back to see out the window. I'll keep reading.
Yep.
Or stop there. Okay. Ursula will be just as nuts about you. There.
Jose, can you please keep reading?
Love is the whole reason this dog guide business works.
Okay, important sentence, also on your test. Love is the whole reason this dog guide business works. I want you to think for a second back to the video that we watched, the very first video where we watched that lady with her dog. Do you remember when we were watching the lady with her dog in the very beginning? Wyatt, I need your attention. Put that away now. What does the author mean? Love is the whole reason this dog guide business works. What does that mean? Maddie, I see your hand. What do you think? We are listening to Maddie, or you're going to have no clue on the answer to this question. Go, Maddie.
Because if you don't love your dog, it's not going to do really like what you want it to.
Okay. Do you remember the lady saying, like, I have to brush her and brush her teeth and take care of her? And if I take care of her, what's the dog going to do for me?
She'll take care of you.
Right. So it's a relationship that goes both ways. Remember the lady telling us that in that video? Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So if we love Ursula, then Ursula's going to take care of Mom and she's going to love us back. Okay, here we go. I tried to be patient and watched Mom work hard. Okay, I need your eyes in your book. Are you ready? Eyes in your book. Here we go. So I tried to be patient and watched Mom work hard. First, she showed one route in our neighborhood to Ursula and walked it over and over. Then she taught her a new route. We've talked about routes a lot. We know what she's talking about. Repeated that and reviewed the old one. Every day she took Ursula on 2 trips, walking 2 or 3 miles. She fed her, groomed her, gave her obedience training. Twice a week, Mom cleaned Ursula's ears and brushed her teeth. Okay, so she's showing Ursula that she's going to love her. I'm going to take care of you, Ursula. Right? I'm as busy as I was when you and Joel were little, she said. My next victim's going to be Natalie. Be ready, Natalie. Mom and Ursula played for 45 minutes each day. Joel, Dad, and I were only allowed to watch. Ursula needed to form her biggest attachment to Mom. Okay, question, brains on. It says, Joel, Dad, and I were only allowed to watch. Why? Hold on, Maddie. Why are they only allowed to watch? Maddie, I need you to get up and out of your bed. This is not nap time. Come on, Maddie, up and out. Let's go. Amy, what do you think? Why are they only allowed to watch, Amy?
Because the mom is training the dog on the floor.
Okay, because Mom is training the dog. Jonathan, what can you add?
Not really adding, but if you were to read a little bit more, if Ursula needs to be Ursula needed to form her biggest attachment to Mom.
Right there. Ursula needed to form her biggest attachment to Mom. That makes sense, right? She's supposed to be taking care of Mom. Perfect.
Not taking care of.
Yeah. Mom made Ursula her shadow. When she showered or slept, Ursula was right there. Okay, Natalie, you're up. Still, Ursula didn't eat well. Okay, we're listening to Natalie. Here she goes. Natalie, we can't hear you, honey. You got to talk louder. Natalie, we still can't hear you. Leo, can you read for Natalie? Because I can't hear her. Still, Ursula didn't eat well.
Still, Ursula didn't eat well. Only half the amount she'd been eating at seeing eye, and she tested Mom, pulling her into branches, stepping off curbs when she tried to take a shortcut home. Another time, because she was nervous, she crossed a new street diagonally.
Perfect, Leo. Thank you for reading. So, like we talked about before, you guys, the dogs are not perfect. They're gonna mess up. What do you think it means that she's testing Mom? Like a math test?
No.
Maddie, how is she testing Mom? What does that mean?
She's trying to see if Mom knows what she's she's trying to see if the mom is knowing if she's doing something wrong.
Oh, I like it. I like it. Christian, what do you think? What does it mean that she's testing mom?
She's like, she's trying to see how mom's doing.
Okay. You know what I always think when I read this, you guys? I think she's testing to see if mom's gonna still love her if she messes up. What do you think? She's like, let's see. Are you gonna get rid of me if I run you into this tree branch? Oh no, you're still gonna like me? Okay, cool. Okay, good. All right. I sometimes think she's testing that. I don't know. Crossing streets is tricky. Ursula doesn't know when the light is green. Mom knows. If she hears the cars moving beside her in the direction in which she's walking, the light is green. If they're moving right and left in front of her, it's red. It's like that guy was talking about in that video we watched, right? Where they're trying to cross the street, trying to cross that busy street. All right, last page, here we go. I worried about Ursula's mistakes, but mom said they were normal. Eyes in your book, you're doing a great job, you guys, almost done. She kept in touch with her classmates and knew that their dog guides were goofing too. One kept eating grass, grazing like a cow. Another chased squirrels, pigeons, and cats. Still another always stopped in the middle of the street, 10 feet from the curb. Once in a while, her friends got lost, just like mom, and had to ask for help. Okay, my next victim's gonna be, oh, Brandon's not here, he just texted me. Michael, you're gonna be my next victim, buddy, get ready. Mom said it takes 4 to 6 months for the dogs to settle down, but no matter how long she and Ursula are teamed up together, Ursula will need some correcting. For instance, Ursula might act so cute that a passerby will reach out to pet her. Then mom will have to scold Ursula and ask the person not to pet a dog guide. If people give Ursula attention while she's working, she forgets to do her job. We've talked about that a lot. All right, Michael, you're up. After a month at home. You there, Michael? You're on mute. Christian, you were my next stick. Can you read for Michael? After a month at home?
After a month at home, Ursula
increased. Oh, sorry, I was on the wrong spot. Christian, sorry. After a month at home, Ursula emptied.
Ursula emptied her food bowl every time. She knew all the routes, and mom could zip around as easily as she had with Merritt.
Perfect. Christian is going to read this next paragraph. If you have zoned out, I need you to tune back in because this is going to be a question on your test. And every year when I give this test, when it comes to this question, people are like, I don't remember. So pay attention to Christian right now. Is everybody ready? We're listening to Christian. Okay, Christian, I need you to read this next paragraph for us really carefully because it's important. Okay, go ahead.
Now it's time to start the loneliness training. Mom said she left Ursula alone in the house at first for a short time while she went jogging with Dad. Ursula will never be able to take mom jogging because she can't guide at high speeds.
Okay, first I want to talk about that last sentence, you guys. It says Ursula can't take mom jogging, and here's the reason. Ursula is able to keep up with mom while she's walking. Remember, we've learned that the dogs are not just looking at stuff on the ground, right? They're looking for branches or ladders or stuff that's going to be up in the air, right? They're watching for cars that are going to pull out of driveways. They're doing a lot. If I'm a dog guide, I'm looking at the ground, I'm looking up, like those dogs' brains are working hard. Now imagine if they had to do all that while they're running. They would have to do it so much faster, right? Montserrat's like, yeah, no, right? They would have to be like, they can't do it. They can't guide while someone is running, okay? If the person's going too fast. So instead, mom has to go jogging with dad. Now, what is loneliness training? Can somebody tell me what is loneliness training? Montserrat.
I think it means like mom has to test her to leave her inside the house all by herself to see like will she ruin anything? Will she will she be able to do it on her own?
So loneliness training, I need you listening. Loneliness training is, this is on your test, leaving Ursula alone at home. Does anybody have a dog that when you leave it alone at home, it freaks out?
Miss Tyner.
Anybody have a dog that hates to be left at home alone?
I don't
Lily,
know.
what does your dog do if you leave it home alone?
I don't know, because my dog's usually in fades when we're not here.
John's not even calling you. I called on Billy. Billy, what does your dog do when you leave it home alone?
Eats the couch and stuff.
Eats the couch. My dad's dog eats the blinds. Aaliyah, what does your dog do when you leave it home alone?
He gets in the trash.
Gets in the trash. My dad's dog does that too. I was just there this weekend. I had to pick up all the trash in his living room that his dog threw all over the place. Montserrat, what does your dog do if you leave it alone?
She climbs up on the table, grabs a napkin, takes it to the room, and rips it apart.
Serves you right for leaving her home alone. Maddie, what does Honey do if you leave her home alone?
Once we left Honey home alone when we were doing our kitchen remodel, so we had our dining room table in our living room with our food on it, and we went to our neighbors to drop him off some cookies, and she climbed up on the table and ate all most of the food.
Okay. So is it appropriate for Ursula to do these things if she gets left home alone?
No.
No. And this is even trickier because most of the time, Montserrat, when you leave the house, you probably leave your dog at home. Your dog is used to you leaving it at home. But Ursula, her job is to go everywhere with mom all the time. So when she does get left at home, for her, it's really strange. That's not normal. So she has to get trained to be home alone. When this question comes up on your test, it's going to say, what is loneliness training? Why is it important? Please don't tell me you don't remember what loneliness training is. We just talked about it.
Miss Tyner.
Yeah, Maddie.
We bring our dog mostly everywhere we go.
Well, that's probably why she doesn't like it when you leave her home alone. Okay, here we go. Each week, mom increased the amount of time Ursula was alone. Eyeballs in your book. We're almost done. I felt sorry for our pooch, but she did well. No barking, no chewing on furniture. See, there you go, Billy. Ursula did not eat the couch. Then mom said Joel and I could introduce Ursula to our friends, one at a time. They could pet her when she was out of harness. So when she doesn't have her working harness on, she's just a regular dog. We can play with her and pet her. Every morning, Ursula woke Joel and me. Every night, she sneaked into my bed for a snooze. Finally, mom allowed Joel and me to play with Ursula, and I knew. Shrimpy little Ursula had fallen for us, and we were even crazier about her. But we haven't forgotten Merritt. Joel says Ursula is the best dog alive, and I always say she's the best dog in this world. What does she mean at the end? I always say she's the best dog in this world. Maddie, what do you think?
Because the Merritt, the other dog, died and went to heaven, so she's not in the world.
So she's not in the same world, right? She's in the heaven world. That's maybe what Leslie believes, right? Yeah. Okay, everybody's got that? Yes? Best dog in this world, right? Best dog alive, her brother says, right? Okay, you can put it away. Quiz on that tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. All right, 10:40, we're still alive. We've got some Columbus to do. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, remember I warned you. It's going to be long, but we're going to make it. That was my plan, Valeria, but it's already 10:40, and I don't want to keep you guys past 11. Okay? Valeria asked if we were going to do circuit training. What's my plan? But I think we're going to just power through because we've only got 20 minutes, and I don't want to keep you past 11. Okay? Everybody okay? All right, here we go. Remember, Ms. Tyner apologizes in advance. Just had to squish it all in. We're going to get through it. So here we go. We were on page 3 of our social studies notes. We are going to finish our Columbus discussion today. I will post these notes for us up on Google Classroom. I want to remind you that you need to have these notes complete for the test that we are starting tomorrow. So if you are missing pages of your notes or information from your notes, either because you were absent or because the power went out or because who knows what, you want to make sure that you have the information written down.
Miss Tanner,
tomorrow. Yes, Maddie.
If we didn't have, if we had more school time, would you have taught us more about Columbus or no?
No, it's the same amount I would teach you, Maddie. I just didn't plan on cramming it into 4 days. My plan was 6, so we had to do a little squishing.
I was just wondering because we learned, I think, more about cliff dwellers than Columbus.
Well, we just moved a little slower through the cliff dwellers, for sure.
I had 5 pages of cliff dwellers notes.
We were still getting used to taking notes back then, sure. Okay, you have found your social studies notes. We are looking at what we had written down from Friday. Okay, so on Friday we wrote, Columbus thought he was in India, so he called the natives he met Indians. He called the island San Salvador. The natives called their island Guanahani. I made a silly example of walking into Braxton's house and saying, I have found this. I have found this house and I claim it for me. It is no longer the house of Lawrence. It is now the house of Tyner, right? I can't just walk in and do that. Could I walk into Braxton's house and say, hey, I really like your house. Could I buy it from you? Yeah, I could do that. And his family could say, heck no, you're not going to buy our house. Or his family might say, sure, yeah. But I can't just take it. I can't walk into Jonathan's house and declare it mine.
Are you allowed to trade houses with people?
I mean, sure, if they agree to it, but you can't just walk in and say, I am trading houses with you, right? Okay, are you ready? Jonathan, I'm going to Caitlin. Okay, here we go. Columbus returned back to Spain. Okay. Oh, I told you I was going to talk to you about how this went when he got there. Okay. I need everybody's full attention because this is a big question on your test. Are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
Ready? Are you ready? Eyes, brains. Yes, you're with me. I know I'm asking you to pay attention a lot today, but here we go. So, Columbus arrives on this island. He rolls up with all of his buddies and he sticks a big flag in the sand and says, I claim this land for Spain. He gives it a new name, San Salvador, and he starts to try to trade with the Native Americans who lived there. Okay, that makes sense, right? This is what people do. Now, from Columbus's perspective, you guys, he came from Spain, where at the time there are big stone castles and roads. There's no cars, but there are horses, there are churches, there are schools and things. Okay, doesn't look like it looks now, but all these things are established. And he rolls up in Guanahani and he meets these Native Americans. And they don't live in stone castles, and they don't have schools, and they don't have churches. They live in huts, not like the cliff dwellers because they had different materials, but they live in Native American huts. They don't have the same clothes on that he has on. Their skin is not the same color as his skin. They don't speak the same language as him. And he thinks that these people that he has met are not his equal. We talked about that a little bit on Friday, right? He thinks that he is better, more educated, all those things than these people. And so he decides he's going to trade with them. I'm just going to turn that off. It's distracting me. He decides he's going to trade with them, but he's kind of not the nicest about it. Here's what he did. The Native Americans, you guys, who lived on Guanahani, they had a lot of gold. A lot of gold. And the reason that they had a lot of gold is because there was a lot of gold on their island. So they had beautiful jewelry that they had made out of gold. Now we know that gold is valuable because when I said gold, you guys all went like this, right? Valuable stuff. To the natives that lived on Guanahani, it wasn't as valuable. And the reason for that was they had a lot of it. They had a lot of gold. And yeah, it was pretty and they had beautiful jewelry made out of it, but it wasn't like, oh my gosh, gold. But when Columbus saw their gold, what do you think he thought? Rory?
He thought that they were rich.
Yeah. And what does he want?
He wants their gold.
He wants their gold. Now, Columbus and his men, they were really smart. And they understood. Remember back in the beginning, we talked about trading. We talked about hot Takis and hot Cheetos and how one's not better than the other, but you just want the thing you don't have. Do you remember that silly conversation we had? Yes, Hade has hot Takis today.
Yes.
She could probably trade for some hot Cheetos, right? Takis, hot Cheetos, same value, right? Columbus, he wanted their gold. And what did he trade them?
Nothing.
Hats.
Seriously?
Now you're like, oh my gosh, why are they so stupid to trade gold for hats? Answer, they didn't have hats.
They didn't have clothes and stuff.
Right, they didn't have fabric the way that he did. They had clothing, but it was made out of animal skins, right? Like you've seen pictures of and drawings of, right? And Columbus's men had these red velvet hats. Now, if you don't know what velvet is, it's a really fuzzy material. And they had these red velvet hats, and the natives would trade their gold for these red velvet hats. Another thing they would trade for was bells. You know, like a little bell that goes jingle, 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 right? Because they didn't have those. Are the Native Americans stupid for making this trade? No, they are not. They're not stupid. No. They just want things they don't have. And they don't understand that gold's value is here and a red velvet hat's value is here. They don't understand that. Because to them, they have a lot of gold. They don't have a lot of red velvet hats. Does that kind of make sense? Now, Columbus does know. Maddie, you're my glitch right now, so I'm going to mute you, okay, babe? Columbus does know this. He does know that gold has a higher value than a red velvet hat. So he is kind of being a jerk here. He is intentionally trading them something with less value for something that has more value. You guys see this happen sometimes with the little kids, like on the bus, right? Somebody will be able to, like, to a kindergartner or first grader, like, hey, I'll give you these fruit snacks if you trade me your watch, right? And I'm 6, so I'm like, ooh, fruit snacks. Yeah, sure, you can have my watch, right? Who's in trouble when that happens? The big kid, because the big kid knows, watch, fruit snacks. Little kid doesn't know this. Little kid's like, ooh, I like fruit snacks, right? And then the big kid's in trouble because you know the difference in the value, right? You may have seen this happen on the playground, right? Okay, so in this situation, Columbus is kind of being a jerk. He is, because he knows the value. He knows that this is not a fair trade, and he doesn't tell them. Okay. Another thing that happens, you guys, and Columbus writes this in his logbook, so we know that this happened. The Columbus's men, they had swords. Okay, we all know what a sword is, right? Right? The Native Americans, they did not have swords. In fact, they did not have metal other than their gold jewelry. They had spears. Now, if I have a spear, for those of us who have never hunted with a spear, which is most of us, it's a piece of wood. Spear. Oh, good, Maddie. It's a piece of wood with a sharp end. And when I'm going to throw a spear, if I'm hunting, I'm going to grab the wood part. I'm going to grab the wood part and I'm going to throw my spear. Can everybody imagine this in your head? Mm-hmm. So at one point, one of Columbus's men gives his sword to one of the Native Americans. And the Native American, not knowing that it's a sword, grabs the sword with his hand. Okay, Hade's listening to me. I can tell from her face. Grabs the sword with his hand and cuts himself. Okay, because he doesn't understand. Why does he not understand? Not because he's stupid, but because he's never seen a sword before. He doesn't know how this works. But in Columbus's logbook, he writes about how stupid and ignorant these people are because they don't know what a sword is. It's not that they're stupid,
they just don't have the supplies.
They just don't have the same thing. If they took Columbus and his men out hunting with spears, would Columbus and his men be very successful hunters? No, they would not.
No.
But because Columbus thinks that he's better than them, he thinks that he's right and they're wrong. Ash, should I see your hand? What is it?
You can't just throw a spear and it won't throw like that, like in movies, like that far.
Right.
You have to find the balance of it and then hold it and then throw it in. Like
And
that.
Ashton, I bet that those hunters were
Anything like a ball or
I bet that those hunters were very, very good with those spears.
like that one.
Ashton, you got a glitch on you.
Just like the Indians trying to hold a sword. Just imagine giving them a spear.
Right.
See
Ashton, I
what they
love
do.
how hard you're thinking about this. So Ashton's thinking, you know, it's not that Columbus's way is right and their way is wrong. It's just that they're different. If you traded and you gave the spears to Columbus, his men wouldn't know what to do with them either, right? So Braxton, I see your question. What is it?
Did they use obsidian also besides for just the stone?
Say it again, Braxton.
Did they use the obsidian and stone?
Braxton, people used obsidian who lived near volcanoes because obsidian is a rock, an igneous rock. It comes from volcanoes. And to be quite honest with you, Braxton, I don't know if there were volcanoes near where Columbus and his men landed. So I don't know if they had obsidian.
Right.
But if there was, yes, that's absolutely what they would use. Yes. Okay, so let's get into our notes, a little bit of information that we just talked about. Okay, so the main point there was Columbus traded with the natives. And I'm going to put in parentheses, not fair trade. Okay, now you're gonna have to remember from our discussion what it was that we talked about, right? So he was trading hats and bells for gold, right? Other big important piece of information there is he thought the natives were not smart and that he was better than them. Now, while you're writing, because I know you're still writing, from the Native Americans' perspective, you guys, they had never seen a sailing ship before. They had boats because they lived on an island, but their boats were canoes, like dug out of trees. Right? Canoes, like I'm going to paddle on this side and I'm going to paddle on that side and I'm going to paddle around. They had never seen a big ship with a sail on it like Columbus's ships. So you have to imagine when Columbus and his guys rolled up on this island, they were probably like, what in the world is that? Now, on top of that, on the island of Guanahani where the Native Americans lived, everybody's skin was a darker color. Everybody's eyes were a darker color. Everybody's hair was a darker color. Okay? The people on the island of Guanahani, they looked more like Natalie than they looked like Maddie. And everyone they had ever met looked like Natalie. They had darker skin and darker eyes and darker hair. And here comes Columbus out of this weird looking boat with these big white sails on it, and their skin's the wrong color, and their eyes are the wrong color, and their hair's a weird color. What do you think they thought?
Wait, what color are their eyes?
Columbus and his men, they all
Aliens.
Spain, so they're gonna have light skin and light eyes, like me, like you, like Braxton. Okay, they're gonna have lighter skin, like blue eyes. Imagine if you had never seen anyone with blue eyes before.
Oh.
You would think what? What would you think?
They're creepy.
Yeah, super creepy, right? What is wrong with your face, right? So they're probably like, what in the world? There's a theory that some historians have, you guys. Remember how we talked about how the Native Americans, the cliff dwellers, believed that they came from the earth, and that's why their skin was the color of the earth? Remember we talked about that with the Sifapus and everything? There's a theory that perhaps the natives thought that Columbus and his men came from the clouds and the sky because they had white sails on their ship like clouds, and they had blue eyes like the sky. So there's a theory that the Native Americans were probably completely weirded out by these weird looking people that arrived on their island. Like, what in the world are you doing here?
Because they thought they were from the dirt, and they didn't look, the Columbus and them, the people didn't look like dirt.
They're like, I don't know what's wrong with your skin, but it's the wrong color, right? Does that kind of make sense? One of the questions on your test is going to ask you, what was the first meeting between these groups like? And you're going to explain to me what it was like. This is what Columbus was thinking and doing, and this is what the Native Americans were thinking and doing. Okay, you think you can answer that? Ashton, I see your hand. What's your question?
Is Portugal on this side of the world, or is it on the side where Europe is?
Portugal is right next to Spain, Ashton. They're right next to each other.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
we are
I was
going
gonna
to
say, because I'm from Portugal.
I know these are your ancestors we're talking about here, Ashton. We're going to write one more paragraph and we're done with our notes for today. Is everybody ready? Okay. After Columbus was on the island of Guanahani for a little while, he returned back to Spain. Okay. So Columbus returns to Spain. And by this point, he has realized that he was not in India. He realizes that he has discovered new land. Now, I'm going to always say discovered new land because, again, I can't just walk into Braxton's house and discover his house and call it mine. It's not new. It's not mine. It was already his. Okay, but that's kind of what Columbus is doing here. He walked into their house and he declared it his. So he returns to Spain and he claims that he has found a new world. And I'm going to put that in quotation marks because we know that it was not new. It was just different. Right? But for him, he went back and said, I have found a new world, right? Okay. He brought back plants and animals from Guanahani that no one in Europe had seen before. So he brought back samples. He's like, look at this new plant. Look at this new animal. Look at all these new things that I discovered in this new world, right?
You know it's not good to bring different species to different countries.
It is not good, Maddie, and this was the beginning of that for sure.
Because when you go to Mexico and you want to bring home like things from the beach, they make you wash them first because there could be like creatures inside.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want you to like bring them back to.
You got it. And he also brought back 6 natives with him.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah. And then
did he kidnap them?
Well, I think that he communicated that he would like them to go with him. I don't think he like tied their hands together and threw them on board their ship. I think they chose to go. But we have to remember, you guys, that did they speak the same language?
No.
So it wasn't really possible for him to be like, excuse me, native from Guanahani, would you like to come back on my ship with me, sail across the ocean for 3 months, and then probably never come back again to your family? He couldn't really say that, right? So did they understand that they wouldn't be coming back? Probably not. Did they understand where he was taking them? Probably not. Do I think he tied their hands together and threw them on board the ship and kidnapped them? No. but I don't think that they really knew what they were signing up for. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, you did such a good job hanging in for that whole discussion today. I know that it was a long one, and like I said, I'm sorry, but we got to power through before this Thanksgiving break that's coming up, okay? And you did such a good job. You are some champions. So we're going to have just a little bit more to write down tomorrow for Columbus, and then we'll be ready to take our test. We do need to fill out our planners so we make sure everybody knows what has to get turned in today. Okay, we do not want another week like last week where our Friday was not a short Friday. So we're counting on everybody to do their part and get their stuff turned in. Okay,
Kinda.
how to stay above 15. What's up, Jonathan?
Since we have on Wednesday, like no school Wednesday, do we have 2 Fridays?
I told you that tomorrow's Friday and Friday is Friday. 2 Fridays.
Yay! Everybody, at least 15 people need to turn stuff in.
Turn it in, or else we'll yell at you.
Otherwise, we come to your house. We claim it as ours.
Claim it as ours. Okay, here we go. Let's get planners done so we can get out of here, you guys. Today is Monday, November 9th. We have 4 things to turn in today. What are the 4 things that need to get turned in today?
Math.
Math, lesson 27.
Harry Potter. Flip grid.
Flip grid comment.
And a journal.
Journal. And Harry Potter.
A wizard, Harry.
15. All right, Harry Potter chapter 15. Okay. What did we do today? We did lots of things today.
Ashton, wrong book.
What's up, Ashton? Oh, yes, it's a different book. Yes, Ashton's quoting the first movie. Okay, so here we go. Today, what did we do first? We looked at our schedule. And you're going to remember that that schedule is up there in the parent resources part on our Google Classroom if your family needs to see it, okay? We did some math, which was division with decimals. We finished Mom's Best Friend. Tomorrow we're going to take our test. We did some Columbus.
Hey, Miss Tyner.
Maddie.
What chapter of Harry Potter is it?
15.
15?
Yep. Chapter 15. Reminders for tomorrow. I'm going to just put down here, there's no school Wednesday. There is school tomorrow, so be here tomorrow. Okay, you don't want to have to watch the video and try to do it all on your own. But there's no school Wednesday.
If we get a whole bunch of people done.
What'd you say, Ashton?
We have a short day on Tuesday if we get at least whatever the number is for homework.
We'll see. We've got 2 tests to start tomorrow, Ashton. So it just depends on how much of those tests we want to do in class versus how much you guys want to do on your own. Okay?
Ooh, I get to stay up on Tuesday too.
There you go. It's like a Friday.
Sean, just be quiet.
All right, you guys. I'm going to see you all tomorrow. I will be in office hours today if you want help with your math. You did a great job. I'm very proud of you. Get out of here. Go enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you guys in office hours or tomorrow.
Bye forever.
Okay? Bye, guys.
Bye.